Oh, good morning all for Tuesday, the 11th of October. Ridge of high pressure has been building across the UK and it's been settling down the weather quite a lot. Last couple of days, we've had some fronts sort of moving through the south of England. But yeah, we've got into a slack area of high pressure. The ridge is established. And with this, for at least the next 24 hours or so, we're going to see some fairly pleasant conditions, very nice autumn sunshine, and nothing in the way of significant weather. As we go later into the week, you can start to see we pick up a westerly influence and it becomes a little bit more Atlantic and a little bit more frontal at times. So yeah, probably looking at the driest day of the week today. And as we look at the winds, you can see very light there, no more than 5 knots on the ground, probably not even that. It might even be calm at some points today. So feeling nice and warm in that sunshine. Satellite picture over the UK shows a fine start for England and Wales and into East Anglia. Not really much to talk about, really. Some isolated mist and fog patches which are clearing. We've had probably our first frost of this winter here at Lasham this morning, but that will burn back quite quickly, allowing us to have a reasonably nice day. Top temperature today of 13 degrees, and it will actually feel like that. Good visibility, and as you can see on here, that light easterly wind prevailing. That's broadly in line with what GFS predicts, 15 degrees being top temperature today, and a dew point of around 2 degrees. Temperatures are starting to climb quite quickly now at Lasham. We're now through 7 degrees, and we sort of got down to around sort of 4 degrees. I think the weather station's a little bit sheltered, so probably didn't see it drop down quite as much, but the car thermometer said about 2 degrees this morning. So yes, very autumnal. And look at that beautiful sunshine this morning, basking at Lasham. Tafts and METARs, fairly short really. Farnborough's been reporting shallow fog and calm wind. A few clouds at 4,500, and that's pretty much it with 2 knot westerly wind. Odium haven't produced a TAF, but say 180 at 3. And just looking elsewhere in the country, 2 knots variable at Southampton, again, shallow fog. Looking at top meteo for an 80-metre class glider, there is some cross-country potential today. We've got to make the most of these days, seeing as we're into the second week of October now. Lunchtime sort of starts. Yesterday, I know, it was a bit sort of fickle, but there was some soaring in the end. But just after lunchtime, looking at this, blue to shallow Q up to around 3,000 to 3,500 feet, maybe even reaching closer to 4,000 feet in the afternoon with some shallow Q. Across the rest of the country, looking good into Wales and into Oxfordshire and into Cambridgeshire. And by about 4 o'clock, the thermal's starting to shut off again. So yeah, a short window in there for some soaring. No real upper level cloud. There might be the odd bit of cirrus, but it's going to be fairly thin. But yeah, and hopefully some cumulus. We did get some cumulus yesterday, so I don't see it as impossible. And those winds, as you can see, very light. Not really much at all. Your site forecast then for today, you can see that light easterly, sort of just variable for most of the day. And looking at the upper winds, that's going to remain the case for all day. Weak thermals up to 3,500 feet. So yeah, nice afternoon. Airspace wise, most of it is in the Salisbury Plain. First of all, West on the Green is active in the evenings, but is also seen to be active at all times during the week currently. So West on the Green to avoid. South Cerney may have activity, though that appears to be mostly at weekends, but South Cerney may be active. West on the Green definitely active. There's a lot of parachute activity going on within the Salisbury Plain, Uphaven, Everley danger area at the moment. See, Everley is active to 6,000 feet, which is quite unusual, and military parachuting again today at Uphaven. So pretty much just avoid the flying over the top of the Salisbury Plain unless you're speaking to somebody to find out what the activity is. There's not too much else in the NOTAMs today. We have a King Air arriving at about 2:30, 3 o'clock from Doncaster. And operationally today, I'll take a look at it. It is going to be the main runway, but it'll either be 09 or 27. When the wind is really light, we always generally go down the hill. So we'll take a look. Yeah, runway to be confirmed. And just so you note, there is a crane which is taking apart a Boeing 757 just in the top northeastern corner of 2XL. If you're that low, you're probably going to have other problems, but just be aware that crane is going to be near the control tower, taking apart that jet. Nice planned circuits today with wide base legs, diagonals, and everything like that. Otherwise, you're going to be overshooting quite a lot, and obviously have an appropriate approach speed. Using 60, 65 knots today probably won't work. So yeah, a nice autumnal day. Make the most of it. See you on the airfield. Bye for now.